Solar Bears have won their 16th win in a row.
They're taking the first round from the Grand Rapids Griffin.
What is it about this team and miraculous finishes?
It's just Solar Bear hockey. I mean, never say die.
The comeback kids, heroically.
As the Solar Bears prepared for their second season, they returned a solid core of veterans and added some key new players, making this year's team stronger than the season ago.
Well, I definitely thought our new guys added the pieces that we needed going into the season. You know, Kevin Smith, until his injury, was a big force for us. And, you know, Jeff Buchanan was an all-star for us. Zach Boyer was an all-star for us. Sean Carter played so well that he got an opportunity to sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the guys that we brought in definitely played the role that we thought they would do.
They came in, they fit right in with us. You know, Buchanan, we needed a big, strong physical defenseman. He was perfect. We needed some scoring up front with Zach Boyer and the Carter and Felsner as well. The two young rookies really had a tremendous year for us and helped this team do as well as it did.
And then, you know, having the guys like Mark Beaufait and Huey McDonough and Alan Bester, Todd Richards back, you know, these guys are not only strong players, but they're strong individuals. And you put all those ingredients together and you're going to come up with success.
The Solar Bears gelled quickly, with the new players excelling and the veterans leading the way. That combination propelled Orlando to a fast start.
Well, I think one of the key things with new guys fitting in well with the team is having a strong leadership base, and we have that with guys like Huey McDonough, Mark Beaufait, Todd Richards.
Now McDonough has the puck, centers it, touchdown! Todd Richards!
We have guys like Bob Joyce, Dave Barr. I mean, those guys are just team leaders, and they help everyone mold into the type of team we want to be.
The guys that we brought back from last year had a taste of the championship and wanted to return there, and they were helping the young guys. The young guys were pushing our older guys. It was a very good mix, very good feeling in the room, and it looked like that things were going to happen for us this year.
Jubilation. Bester wins his 7th straight. The Solar Bears, their 9th in a row.
The Solar Bears have won their 15th consecutive game
By going on a 16-game winning streak, the third longest in professional hockey, the Solar Bears let the IHL know that once again, they would be one of the league's elite teams.
Solar Bears win it, their 16th win in a row, and that ties an IHL record.
The 16-game winning streak is probably one of the hardest things to do in professional sports, both home and away, that people just don't realize. To win 16 games in a row is a remarkable feat.
And once you get on a roll like that, things start to snowball, and it becomes hard to lose, really.
Oh, it was awesome. I've never been in a winning streak like that. I didn't think we were going to ever lose.
The Solar Bears have won their 20th of the year, and in doing so are unbeaten in their last 18 at 17-0-1, and that ties an IHL record.
That's quite amazing. That brings their mark to 22-2 in the last 2 years in the month of November.
A November to remember.
Yes, it was a memorable month, thanks to solid goaltending and solid team defense.
I've had some pretty good Novembers.
Bester comes up big.
I think I've had goaltender of the month twice now in the eye in November.
Save made by Bester.
That goes back to my team. The way the team played in front of me. We were on a roll. We were on a roll right through October, November, right into December. And the goaltender a lot of the times benefits from the way his team is playing, and that's what happened in November.
Bester makes a glove save.
You know, as goaltenders, both Al and I are fortunate to have a defense like that in front of us. You know, we had. You only see 1 or 2 shots. You're not getting the 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
McLeod plays right side circle. McDonald in front to Thomas. He shot it. Buchanan went down and curled up.
You know, if you look at our overall, the team goals against average was almost down a full goal this year. And, you know, it's really a credit to the guys, you know, Todd Richards and Patty Neaton. They did just a super job this year. Jeff Buchanan coming in really helped us out and solidified us on defense.
Oh, did he get checked by Buchanan?
Jeff added such an enormous piece to the puzzle. He's a big physical presence out there, and he makes it hard for the other team's offensive forwards to score. You know, they're going to have to pay a price to do well, and he makes them pay that price.
I told Pat even before the season started that this was going to be his year.
Here's Neaton into the zone. Backhander scores! Pat Neaton!
And he did, you know, and he was tremendous for us all year. Him and Jeff Buchanan at the start of the year were the backbone back there.
Neaton scores! Here in front of the net, Richards, a backhander, he scores!
Todd's a huge leader of this team. He's such a gifted and talented player. He's such a smart player out there.
Here's Ruckey with a shot blocked in front by Richards on his knees. Boyer puts it in front, Richards scores! Todd Richards!
Bottom line, Todd was the anchor, and he was our leader back there.
By Richards, he scores! Barry Drager pasted him up against the glass.
Barry Drager is probably the most improved player in the league over the past 3 or 4 seasons.
And the gloves come off, and it's Barry Drager.
He's a big, strong, physical defenseman who is probably the toughest kid in the league.
Kurt Frazier getting some spark there from Barry Drager. It's one of Barry's roles on Kurt's hockey club.
But at the same time, we rely on him a great deal for many different roles. Penalty killing, you know, strong 5-on-5 play, getting involved in the physical side of the game.
Barry Drager in the middle of the mix. Barry Drager with the best plus-minus.
And anytime you have 5 guys on the ice that are working well together, we're going to be strong defensively. So I don't think you can put emphasis on the defense. We're great this year, or the goaltending was phenomenal, or the forwards. I think it was just a good group of players, and I think the coaching side of it helped us out a lot.
Christian Campo looked to play into center, but he put it right in Carter's plate. Here's Felsner, kid line in, boy, scored! The Kids have done it again!
Shot ahead by Felsner, Boyer comes to all the Carter shot, scores!
Score! The slap shot by Brian Felsner, the rookie. Goal again! Sean Carter, the rookie.
Early on, Sean Carter, Brian Felsner, and Zach Boyer emerged as the Solar Bears' top line.
Much like Fisher, Buffet, and Barr were last year for us, Carter, Felsner, and Boyer, when we put those guys together, they just took off.
Zach Boyer with a goal! Right off the draw! Felsner snuffles a puck through legs.
Kurt, you know, played myself with 2 rookies, and you know, I was lucky they were excellent rookies. You know, I didn't really consider them rookies, except off the ice. You know, a little bit of abuse, but on the ice they definitely emerged to be excellent hockey players. And the beginning of the year was great. Kurt put a lot of not pressure on us, but you know, he believed in us and he played us a lot in a lot of key situations. So I think that had an impact on how we went.
You know, like me and Sean being college guys, I think that helped us out, and I think Zach's experience, I think that really helped us out. I mean, when Zach come to play on our line, you know, it was like we thought, you know, the most of him because, you know, he was the best player we got to play with, you know, and so we did everything possible, you know, to keep playing, and we always wanted to play more and play on the power play. We wanted to do everything, you know.
They were definitely huge factors in our success, and they just, you know, succeeded and exceeded all expectations.
Talked about the youngsters all day. They've done a tremendous job here.
Orlando had the IHL's best record heading into January.
Back to the point, Neaton a drive, blocked down in front by Smith off his face.
But the excitement of a new year was soon overshadowed by a serious eye injury to Kevin Smith.
It was
a terrible thing to happen, and it really hurt our guys, and our team just went right down as soon as they were worried. They care about each other in that room. They were worried about their teammate, and it was an awful thing to happen.
Obviously, with Kevin Smith, not only physically did we miss him when he wasn't in the lineup, but I think mentally it was in the back of everybody's mind, just what had happened to him and what he was going through, and what does the future hold for him. And it was a tough time for everybody.
Well, again, you have to put hockey in perspective when somebody has a serious injury like this, and we certainly try to do that every day in our lives. On the ice we try to win hockey games, but we have to do what we need to do off the ice. And with Kevin, but just by being there for him and showing our support, we're hoping that things go as well as they can for him.
Everybody thought that, including me, thought I would have a lot of pain with this, but it hasn't been too painful. I mean, it's been pretty amazing that way. It's been a little scary, not knowing what the future holds, but that's not out of my hands. Hopefully the good Lord will take care of me and let me play again.
Don't give up, you're not beaten yet.
Kevin Smith's injury dimmed the outlook for the second half.
Bring it on!
But Orlando's prospects brightened considerably with the play of goaltender Scott LeGrand.
LeGrand stops one shot, the rebound, he stops that as well.
Drill by O'Hare, Castleman rods by LeGrand, drive by Simon, save LeGrand, Simon shot on goal, save LeGrand, another shot on goal, turned aside by Scott. Bring it on!
Well, this is the first time as a professional that I've had a stretch like that, and it was good to get out there and every night knowing that I was going to be the guy, and I think my play showed that type of confidence that I was gaining.
LeGrand shot, saved by LeGrand! Oh, he has been spectacular. His nickname is Large, and he is coming up very large. The save by LeGrand, and Orlando wins it in a shootout.
Grand Rapids, Michigan hosted the 23rd IHL All-Star Game, and the Solar Bears were well represented. Jeff Buchanan, Pat Neaton, Zach Boyer, and Mark Beaufet earned All-Star honors. And for the second season in a row, Kurt Frazier was the coach of the Eastern Conference squad.
That was a great experience. The last couple of years have been tremendous. Dave Barr won the MVP at the last year's All-Star Game, and this year our guys really showed well.
Anytime you can go with a lot of your teammates, you're on a great team, and Kurt was there coaching us, so it was a lot of fun.
It was nice. We had 4 of us up here, and we could sort of spend some time together and enjoy it.
It was a great time. I've played 5 years in the league now, and it was my first opportunity to come to an All-Star game. And it was nice to see a lot of players I've played with and met through the years, and spend a couple days in a nice, relaxing, friendly situation.
That was a lot of fun. I think the best part about that for the 3 players and myself was how well we got to know Kurt. He's a really generous person, very kind, likes to have a lot of fun. We were playing a lot of practical jokes on him. And
Zach certainly enjoyed the All-Star experience.
What are you doing? Target shooting.
You can win that.
Are you kidding me?
And he made it even more memorable by winning the accuracy contest.
Chance to put the East back in this one. Picks up the target on his second shot. He got it. Yeah, he did get one. Oh, he just got a piece of both of them, and he gets all 4. And that's the quickest he did it in 5 shots.
that was definitely a good thing. I got to pick my category I wanted to go in, and I knew I wasn't going to win the fastest skater or going through those pylons and stuff. My shot was okay, but I knew that was the place I had to shoot.
Good job dropping. Good shot, man.
In a season of comebacks, perhaps none was more meaningful than Kevin Smith's return to the ice on March 19th.
After 33 games, Kevin Smith has finally made it back into the lineup for the Orlando Solar Bears. He's starting on the left wing side.
I had chills. I really did. When they announced his name, I was sitting back in the tunnel, and you know, he got the standing ovation for everybody. And, you know, I saw him out there skating around, and I had chills. I was extremely happy for him.
Right away, the first time I talked to him after he was hurt there, he says, "I'll be back to play." And you know, everybody's, that's great, you know, you be optimistic. But for some reason, you knew that he was going to make it happen.
Now Smith behind the goal, wheels it off to the right side. Armstrong got it free in front. Neat shoots, deflected. Smith way not score! Beauvais! Mark Beauvais got the rebound of the deflection by Kevin Smith.
Well, I mean, obviously it meant a lot to me. To be able to come back, I never thought I would play again, obviously. But that day was, I mean, just nerves. I think I probably played better that game than I have the rest of the year. Just came back, and you know, I wanted to play hockey so bad. I wanted to play since I was a kid, and the guys made me feel like I was just one of the guys, and that's all I wanted. I only wanted to be one of the guys that didn't want anybody to treat me any different.
I mean, that was probably the highlight of the season for us, was him coming back and getting back on that ice.
As the Solar Bears approach their second straight 100-point season and another playoff berth, they did so with a team that featured some new players who were acquired in trade.
Anytime we make a trade, it's not to upset the fans. You know, the fans have a hard time when we trade on Mark Verner, a very popular guy. Mark was with me 3 years in San Diego, so he's with me 5 years. That was a tough one to do, but anytime you make a trade, it's to make your hockey club better.
Hammerlick and Smith coming from Long Beach was a great trade for us.
Hammerlick intercepts it, 3-on-1 the other way. He leads the charge, drops for Smith, winds, fires, scores!
Dave Smith was a player that we felt could help us down the stretch.
Score on the rebound!
We had Mark Beauvais and Huey McDonough, two small, skilled forwards, and we wanted to have a 6-foot centerman that could play against the other team's top line. And he definitely did his job.
And scoring is Hammerlick!
The other part of that was Martin Hammerlick, a defenseman.
And Hammerlick picked his pocket.
Who was a stay-at-home guy that moved the puck well and could help us on the power play. And he led our defensemen in scoring in the playoffs.
Sends to Hammerlick, his drive, he scores! Hammerlick ties the game!
Also included in that new cast, Kelly Fairchild and Bill Armstrong.
Bill Armstrong getting off a number of right hands.
Bill Armstrong was the same situation where we felt we needed a left winger, somebody could score.
Redirected home by Bill Armstrong.
This kid's got a great history of scoring goals and making big things happen.
Drops it off for Armstrong, with shot, score! Through the legs of Derek Wilkinson. And we're tied 2-2 at the Orlando Arena.
Fairchild for Carter. At the start, he started a little bit slow, but he has become one of our better players now.
Here comes Fairchild into the zone, shooting, scoring!
And is showing why he played in the NHL for 20 games.
Now breakaway for Fairchild. Fairchild in. Fairchild for the goal. Comes out. He scores!
The team was now complete. The Solar Bears' goal was to finish the regular season strong. And they did, going 8-1-1 in their final 10 games.
Solar Bears score! Huey McDonough!
Orlando capped its spectacular second season by setting franchise records with 53 wins and 111 points.
Norris scores! Centers it, Pilsner scores the hat trick! Martin scores! Harry Clark who shot it from between the rings. Scores! He drove it a 55-footer!
Now Huey McDonough in, 2-on-1. McDonough to the net, shoots, score! Huey McDonough top shelf!
Towards the Beauvais, puts it in front, they score! Beauvais played it in front of the net to McDonough.
Veterans Huey McDonough and Mark Beauvais were the driving forces in the Solar Bears' success.
Hat trick for Hubie McDonough.
Hubie tallied a team-high 30 goals.
Shoot scores! Hubie! His 30th goal of the year!
While Booth collected 91 points to lead the team in scoring.
Puts it in front, backhander, goal! They score! Beauvais, the hat trick!
Beauvais takes it across the blue line with Barnes left. Shot by Beauvais, scores! You just can't say enough about Mark Beauvais, the most consistent Solar Bear, and his 26th goal of the season.
Score! And then right up to get one, Beauvais chips it in!
We had an exceptional year for 2 years in a row, so I think really that we really accomplished a lot of things for a second-year hockey club.
The quest for the Turner Cup.
Good evening, and it's the moment we've all been waiting for. About ready to drop the puck for the 1997 Turner Cup playoffs against the Grand Rapids Griffins.
The Solar Bears entered the playoffs intent on bringing the Turner Cup to Orlando.
Here comes Adams on a breakaway backhander, and Mester makes the pad save.
The Grand Rapids Griffins, however, had other intentions.
Passes forward to Jeff Nelson. Lays it on the right to Picard. Fended it back into the right wing circle. Picard comes in front, shoots. He scores! Wow! The Grand Rapids Griffins, a hard-fought road battle. Here, take game one of this first round 1997 Turner Cup playoffs over the Orlando Solar Bears.
Both teams came out focused for game two, which proved to be a classic battle of playoff hockey.
Oh, and Beauvais puts it in front. It's deflected right on, and Reddick makes a save. 7:16 to go in the first right now. Solar Bears trail 2-0. Off the draw, though, Simon shot, scores! Wow! It's a 3-0 game. We're going to get a goaltending change here. Scott LeGrand is going to come in and replace Al Mester. And we'll see if that'll jumpstart the Solar Bear engine. And Adams comes in short-handed, shoots it. Great save, LeGrand, and he stops the rebound as well. And Dave Smith puts it in, but they score! Kelly Fairchild with a big goal for the Solar Bears. Makes it 3-1. Pulls it in behind it, puts it in front. Armstrong shot safe. Rebound, they score! They've tied the game at 3-3. A lot of butterflies down there on both sides. With 1:45 to go, we're tied at 3. As into the center to Picard. Picard coming into the zone. He'll line, he'll fire, he scores! Oh no! How could this happen? Perhaps one last chance. Beauvais drives it into the corner. Smith up on it, tries to backhand it, but Armstrong was there. He took a shot. They scored! Wow! McDonough put it in with 3.7 seconds left. It's 4-4. What is it about this team and miraculous finishes? Back comes Grand Rapids. 3-on-2. Here's Linden with a drive. Save, rebound, score! And they'll head back to Grand Rapids with the series lead. That goal coming with less than a minute to play in the second overtime period. And it's 2 games to none in this best-of-5 first-round series.
We had a very slow start against Grand Rapids. We were missing a lot of key people in the lineup. But as we went up to Grand Rapids, for whatever reason, we really believe that the pressure had shifted to them.
McDonough crosses the line and drops it for Fairchild. He'll shoot one right, save, rebound, score! Hubie McDonough on the rebound, and the Solar Bears grab their first lead against the Grand Rapids Griffins in this series.
We talked even before the game started that if we win this one game, we're going to win the series. And when we won Game 3, I think everybody in the locker room knew that we were going to win that series.
Game 5. One game to decide if Orlando's quest would continue.
The can shot pad save. Allen, that's going to be onside to Richards. Coming in 2-on-0 shots. Oh, what a save by Reddick.
Grand Rapids was seeking to end that quest.
Grand Rapids on the push. Here comes Travis Richards. He scores! And the Griffins have taken the 1-0 lead in this 5th game, the deciding game. And Beauvais leads the 3-on-3 charge into the zone. Holds up right point. Sends to Hammerlick. His drive, he scores! Hammerlick ties the game at 1-1. Grand Rapids Griffins off the draw. Another quick shot. They score! Jamie Linden shot him from the left wing circle, and again, troubles to the glove side of Alan Bester. He got a piece of it. It bounced up and in behind him, and Linden has put the Griffins up 2-1 late in the 2nd period.
But once again, the Solar Bears proved why they are the comeback kids.
Beauvais dishes to Armstrong, back to Melsner on the left circle, to the point, Child, they score! He shot it from the point and deflected in. It's tied 2-2. Here's Picard, he is robbed by Alan Bester! Penalty time coming to a close shortly. Beauvais tries to center it, and escape, gets it in front, and Smith scores! Wow, they got ahead! 3-2 with the power play goal! Take it out of the way. Richards comes into the drive. Glove save! Alan Bester! The crowd in anticipation now starting to roar a little bit. This is it off the draw. They get it to the wing. 1 second left. The shot goes wide. The Solar Bears win! They've taken the first round from the Grand Rapids Griffins. The final score, 3-2. They win the series, 3 games to 2, and they do it by coming back to win 3 straight. 2 in Grand Rapids, 1 here at home. It's their first lead in the series and their only lead, and the only one they need to move on to face the Cleveland Lumberjacks. How sweet it is.
It's real nice, real tiring right now, but I mean, it is. It's awesome. I mean, anytime you get, you know, an organization or 20 guys all go in the same direction and you come up with, you know, what you're striving for, it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
An unlikely guy to win the series for us, Dave Smith, and you know, that goal couldn't. It's not. He won't score a bigger goal than that, I guarantee, for a long until the next series anyway.
We love to live on the edge, don't we? Here, unbelievable.
Never a dull moment around here.
The guys stepped it up again and played fantastic. I mean, they could have packed it in. We're down 2-1 going into the 3rd. I mean, that's just a tremendous team I've got here.
You know, I'm proud of our guys. You know, we found a way.
The quest continued, with the next challenge coming from the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Orlando fell behind in the series, 3 games to none, with Cleveland taking the first 2 games at the arena, including a double overtime victory in Game 2.
Cornforth puts it in front, they score! Roach deflects in the Cornforth centering pass. Wow, they've come into Orlando and stolen 2 games.
Getting down 3-0 to Cleveland is something that we really shouldn't have had to do. The second game, we played pretty well and lost it in double overtime. I had a breakaway in the first overtime. We had Mark Buffet had a couple great chances in that first overtime.
Oh, and Wilkinson made a great save off of Buffet, and he was robbed.
We could have easily won that second game. Maybe that would have been the difference in the series, but it didn't work out that way.
With the series now in Cleveland, the Lumberjacks went for the sweep. But Orlando displayed its pride once more.
And now scoring on the rebound, and Orlando has the first goal today. Then Bester reaches and gloves it down. Score! And it's 2-1 Orlando. 40 seconds remaining. Fairchild center, score! Hubie McDonough with 39 seconds to go.
Winning Game 4 in dramatic fashion and keeping hope alive for another incredible comeback. In Game 5, the comeback kids would see their quest come to an end.
And Cleveland has advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals, capturing the Eastern Conference semifinal 4-1.
Cleveland played better than I've ever seen them play. Their goaltending was outstanding. Their defense was great. They have all veteran, big, tough forwards that were at the top of their game, and they had no injuries. And it's a huge part. When you go into the playoffs and you can be reasonably healthy and riding a high wave, that's going to take you a long way. But on the other hand, you know, we were working through a lot of problems, but at the same time, I'm still very, very proud of our guys. They did a tremendous job.
These guys, they gave it all they had, and they played hard. And you know, we got down 3-0 to Cleveland. That would have been the easiest thing for these guys to do, is pack this thing and say, okay, we've had a good year. Let's move on. No, you know, we're injured. And they won Game 4 there in Cleveland. You know, that's the toughest hockey game to win, is a Game 4 when you're down 3-0. So that just showed me again, you know, the heart and character in these guys. And that win itself probably will stick with me of all the wins this year.
The end of the Solar Bears' second season also marked the end of Dave Barr's 16-year professional hockey career.
For Dave Barr, can he pull off the hat trick in the home finale? Yes! Dave Barr, the hat trick! Throw your caps at Orlando! These are the days. 1914 mark to give away here to someone else.
I've really enjoyed the 2 years I've been in Orlando. It's been some of the more enjoyable years I've had in my career. It's really nice to finish out my career with a really good team and a great bunch of guys and a good organization. And I've been fortunate enough to play 16 years of pro hockey, and this is a great way to finish off in a great city with some super fans.
Up and over the net, he re-centers it, Boggs, Save score! Fisher scores on the rebound!
Just plain old is what he was.
We had some jokes this year about Trevor Sim and I, after games or something. We'd say, okay, now we got to pack Barzy away, take him apart, and put him in the stick bag, and his first prosthetics. He couldn't play because his prosthetics weren't in.
And Dave Barr, indeed, the final 36.7 seconds of a 16-year professional career.
Epitomizes a class that is a part of game of hockey.
Barzy's been quite a treat to play for, or play with, I should say. I've learned a great deal, and I respect him as a player immensely. He's been a phenomenal player for the Orlando Solar Bears, and he's going to be someone that we miss on the ice.
Dave Barr out in front. He scores, and our game is tied at 1.
This was my last year, and as much as I'm going to miss playing the game, I think what I'm really going to miss is the camaraderie with the guys. I really loved coming into the dressing room every day and getting teased by the guys and then bugging guys back, and before practices, after practices, on the road with the guys, having all the fun that you know, we have, going to movies and dinner and everything. That's what I'm going to miss the most, is all the friends I've made.
But a great career, 16 years of professional hockey for Dave Barr.
I'm going to miss him. You certainly, I guess the words that come to mind are classy and you know, on and off the ice. He's a guy that you want to emulate. He certainly gave his experience to the young players we had this year, and if they do half of what he did in his career, they're gonna play for a while and have good careers.
For the past 2 years, the Orlando Solar Bears have been committed to building a winning tradition in Central Florida. Looking back on this season, the Comeback Kids have added yet another memorable chapter to a proud, young hockey franchise.
Score! And the Solar Bears beat the San Antonio Dragons.
I think our players did an extremely good job, and you can't take anything away from them. And we're very proud of them. We're very proud of the fact that, you know, we worked extremely hard, that we accomplished a lot throughout the year, and that the players gave everything we had.
I tell you what, though, credit to Orlando, they just never quit. Something they have shown in the last 2 seasons as an organization. Just never said die. Orlando scores! They win the draw, and it's a 2-2 hockey game!
You know, when you put on our jersey, the guys feel it. You know, it's there's a lot of pride in wearing the jersey, and they know what's expected of them when they put that jersey on, and it carries them through. You know, we've been down in a lot of situations, but because they pull together and the Solar Bear jersey is on them, they go out and find a way to win.
Hamilton loads the shot, ball and score, they did it! Dawson off the rebound!
We've started a dynasty here, I believe. I mean, dynasty is a strong word, I know, but you know, it's when the players put on a Montreal Canadian uniform, there's a lot of pride that goes into it, and that's what we want here in Orlando, and certainly we feel we've started that.
The Solar Bears win! The comeback kids, heroically. Next year, we'll be right back at it. Let's do it.
Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with